What up, dudes? So we're back. I got a lot of good feedback on the last breakdown. Not feedback on my breakdowns, because no one wants to see me pitch. But hey, how about Lance McCullers Jr.? Good hair. So there's that. We're going to be breaking down. I have 4 at-bats from his most recent outing against the A's. We were texting about some things that he was working on, and I think it's just a really cool opportunity, not only for me to do this, but for you guys to see the visual and then get kind of some stuff from his own words. We were trying to link up to do kind of this in screen recording podcast to have him talk about his ABs, but as you can imagine, he doesn't want to give information away to the team, right? So everything that I'm going to talk about is my visual representation for what I'm seeing, and you guys have heard my breakdowns before, so I don't have to go too much into it. And then there's kind of a couple nuggets that he put in a message that we'll talk about. So yeah, we're going to dive right into it. We're just going to hit the play button and just talk. So first inning, he's already got an out. I think it was a F9 facing Grossman here. Again, we're just going to be looking at 4 different ABs, 4 Ks from those ABs, and I kind of want to showcase how he goes about each at-bat differently. Okay, so now that's a really good weapon to have right there, and that's what kind of separates the big leaguers from the not big leaguers, right, is the ability to throw an off-speed pitch, not get the result you want, and then come back right with it, right? So we talk about confidence in your repertoire, 100%. So now that 95 heater biscuit looks like 105, which is still a heater biscuit, but you set up an at-bat so, breaking ball, heater, now you have options, right? So he already showcased an ability to put the breaking ball in the dirt. Now the difference is in the big league level is a lot of these hitters already have a really good idea of what the pitcher is trying to establish, how he gets them out via strikeout, what his put away pitches are. There's so much information in today's game. It's freaking crazy. But that's what makes this such a beautiful art form, is because you constantly have to think about ways to pitch to your strengths, but also to switch it up from time to time, right? And not be predictable. Now, it always helps to have the stuff like McCullers does, because that's going to usually trump everything, right? Is pure stuff. A hitter can know something's coming, but hey, now that is so freaking sexual, and that fires me up because him and I have kind of been going back and forth on talking about cutters. I'm personally a huge fan of my cutter, and just think about this, right? So you go breaking ball, right? 1-1. Ooh, he went that grip. I never saw that video. So he went this way? Interesting. That's disgusting. All right, so back to that AB though, right? So remember that 95 mile an hour fastball he had to him, the 1-1 pitch that was away, up and away? That was the same spot, right? So watch. So the 95 fastball after the 2 breaking balls, look at the spot that it's in. Even though they set up away, what's the realistic version of that pitch right there? So now after he goes back foot breaker, now it's well, what? What are we doing here? A couple shakes, a step off. Now this is where we talk about switching things up, right? That same exact spot as that 95 fastball was, that was straight and maybe a little ride to it. Now this one is a cut fastball that starts out ball, right? That's freaking money. Hadn't seen it yet. Sorry about it. Let me just develop a new pitch. Yeah. That's cool, man. Must be nice. I want to see this grip again. Come on. Let's get to the grip. All right. Man. All right, so this is what we're working with, huh? You go thumb tuck, Lance? See, every time I've tried this grip, I've never felt comfortable with my thumb under the ball or anything. I've usually always gone to this, and now this automatically puts me in this breaking ball mindset. you know? So, hey, whatever works. That's going to give you a pretty good spin coming out, right? Let me see this. Interesting. So, yeah. Some guys are better than others. All right. So now we're 2 outs. That's... Can you imagine, like, if you have 93 that's cutting this, and you have 95 that's sinking this, and you have changeup that's 10 less that's moving this, and you have breaker that's... Oof. Hitting's easy. All right. So now, again, realistic, right? So the 0-1 meant to be away. So right away you kind of see this game plan of like, boom, engage and swing, and then trying to go, boom, see if he engages swing, because that's going to make the plate look 27 inches, right? So even though like you miss your pitch, you actually establish, like Piscotty's thinking you're establishing hard sink in, right? So I forget this at bat. I'm gonna say that he's trying to go now change up down and in, unless he's trying to go something else and then come back to the change up. We'll see. Okay, so he tries to go change up down and in, which again, when you're going 7 to 8, was that 88, and the other one was 96, 95. So what is math? 8. So yeah, 8 miles an hour off with similar movement profiles. It's a tough freaking look, dude. Like, especially with righties, right? So like if you're a hitter, correct me if I'm wrong, and you see in, you're trying to engage hands. And I love the fact that he goes back to that. Let's go. Dude, that fires me up. The double up is the most underrated thing in baseball. So that is the identical pitch to the 95 and 96 sinker. So let's see this 96 one, the 0-1, right? Okay, so it ends up a little bit more up. The 95 ends up where? So, again, trying to go away. He said something in a text. All right, so this is what he wrote. A good thing to note is where the catcher sets up on my changeup 2-seam is not always where I want it to end up. Like Piscotty. Oh, so he's talking about this AB. So the Piscotty AB, I was using him as a lane to hold plate longer to end up a strike to ball inside. So I would correct myself. I should have read that text more thoroughly. So he has his catcher set up over there, but he's trying to just... So that's not even a mistake, right? So look at that location there at 95. Similar action with the 96. Now we get what we want. Right? At 87, was it 87? Similar movement. It's freaking stupid, dude. And the fact that he can like actually locate that changeup down and in, because what was the old school approach to like changeups? Don't throw them to righties. Sorry about it. Okay, so now it's a good AB, Chapman. Start him off. Is that a sinker? Could have been, because it was first pitch of the inning. Or he could have been a cutter. All right, gets the call. So we know Chapman. Chapman hit one of the hardest balls off me I've ever gotten hit off. So there's a side note. Okay, so now we go. Okay, so it probably was a fastball. So again, same approach. Sorry, Lance, if I'm giving anything away, but you can see what he's trying to do first time through the lineup, right? So we're here, and now we're trying to cover that plate. Unless what he talked about in what he wants his catcher to set up, okay? So I guess I have to take that into consideration as well. Changeup's working. We know that. Let me see this grip. Oh, so he goes across the two. Nice. Changeup slider. Who's calling me? Yikes. You guys got to watch me freaking decline a call. Sorry. No caller ID. Okay, so I don't know what that last pitch was. 86 could have been a changeup. Could have been a... You throw a slider? All right. 1-2. What's he going? Gosh, dude, he's been wanting that one. That's... Okay, so what do we have, right? So 93 in, 93 away. Then we had, what was it? was it change up, down, and in? So we had change up, down, and in, and then either the change up or like a cutter, curveball type thing. I don't think it was a curveball at 86, right? And now we go out of the hand. Oh, that's a ball. Come back. So there's that cutter again right there. So now he's going 0-0 cutter. I'm sure these hitters with a scouting report got to be like, wait, that wasn't in the scouting report, right? It's a lethal combination. So that other pitch that I was talking about, I guess that is, I didn't know you threw your curveball that freaking hard, Lance. So that's a lethal combination. 2 different breaking balls, 2 different movement profiles, and 2 drastically different speeds, right? So now we go back to back, double up with the curveball. That one looked like it had more depth though, so he might have like a hybrid with that curveball that he's throwing with 2 strikes. So we talked about this the other day too with that elevated cutter. He got away with one there, and I think he said that to me a few days ago. But that's what he's trying to do. It'll be interesting. Yeah. So shake, shake, shake. Now we're going breaker in the dirt, and again. I mean, even it's like refreshing to watch big leaguers and just to see like those guys try to make pitches nasty. Like the same thing that I try to do and I shoot myself in the foot for, like they do it too. Ooh, I'm going to throw a nasty breaking ball, like try to do more with it. And then you end up uncompetitive pitch, regroups, right? And acknowledges like, all right, like I jacked up on the 1-2, but I'm going to throw that pitch again. But I'm also going to be like, hey, I'm not trying to make this nasty. It already is nasty, so let's go. That's freaking tight. How many RPMs are you spinning that? So pretty freaking impressive stuff. You guys notice how he accelerates his arm like after the pitch. Watch how much he like finishes this thing. Like here, and then now we're pulling down plane. Pulling that plane, and that's going to create that tight spin that we want. Good decel. Look how much that ball freaking holds, and then that's hard to do on a freaking curveball, dude. Man, good for you. All right, so great stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm going to try to do more of these if I have time. Let me see this curveball grip real quick. So are you bending that thumb like that? I thought you spiked it. Are you spiking it? I don't know, Mattress Firm slow-mo, super-mo. We got to get more in high def. Yeah. It's got to be the hair cotton. All right, so cool. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Can't wait for MLB to copyright and say that I'm fired. If you want me to do any requests on breakdowns like this, shoot me a comment or shoot me a message. Okay. See you guys. Bye.